If it's Lulu in the bottom lane, which
I mean, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, is there some Lulu tech in the jungle?
I mean, is Peanut here? Is Spirit here?
Powerful to get your bottom lane ahead, and that has just been the name of the game here on 26.1.
Oh, Sponge. Taking a little bit of damage here from Raptor as you got Diablo moving over. Lehens is very low as the Slurkle comes in, and now Vikla has popped the ulti. Great Dredge line is going to connect. The Charm lands as well, and that is First Blood going over to Diablo. Now Taeyoon has the Chakram stacked up, but it is not enough as Vikla is going to grab that Essence back to heal himself up, and Flash has to be used from Lehens. And Raptor is just going to be taking out these grubs. Vikla work at them as well, as we can see.
They're pinging, please help. Vikla's trying to come over here, and he might be able to get here just in time. And all the time Sponge spins trying to threaten the dive, but not going for it, means that they're not actually doing the dragon.
Yep. And Lehens taking a bit of damage here from Diablo as well, who is feeling a whole lot better now that he has a 400 gold lead after those 2 kills did come on through for him. We do have the Rock coming down though, Unstoppable Force available. He finds the Yunara, and Diablo flashes and still dies. Very unfortunate stuff as Kellen will be able to survive. Yeah.
Now he doesn't have it for potentially a follow-up in an upcoming fight. So Nongshim back on the board here. Won't be able to take this dragon, however, BNK in return.
Nicely done.
Yeah, as I think maybe Coach Comms were used. I actually did not catch, but
perhaps cinematic mode on us again, which I really like. Raptor level behind here as he does get a little bit of a snare onto Sponge. You got fights on multiple fronts. The Slurkle comes down though, as Sponge actually eating a lot of damage. There's the depth charge for the double knockups, and Vikla looks for the angle, and they find Taeyoon out of nowhere. How did that even happen?
This was a bit of a disaster. Not quite there, but they're going to get all the plates.
Oh yeah, this is crescendum into a turret, and that means that one is going to be a lot of plates. Scout now going to take a fair bit of damage as he does face check a charm.
But if the rest of this game is any indication, I'm not sure if he's going to use it. The rest of the team is kind of posturing like, please use it. We need you to be here.
BNK teleport, another teleport to come through from Nongshim. There's the Unstoppable Force onto only Raptor. He stays alive for a very long time as now Scout turns up as well. Taeyoon's going to get knocked up. The double knockups as the Rek'Sai makes his way in. Taeyoon survived for a very long time but will be taken out. And the Yunara is starting to pop off until she dies. Now Scout getting amongst it, and Kellen cannot actually help out. Will Vikla be able to land the charm? That's the question. No, he gets flicked back and destroyed. And Nongshim are able to answer back beautifully. Still clear as fighting, and Scout will survive. And that will mean that they will be the victors in this particular battle. But man, still a pretty close one, all things considered.
Yeah, it really was. If they don't get that kill onto Diablo there, actually able to initially impact the play. It's actually the engage from Sponge that gets onto Raptor, puts him low, which guarantees the dragon's going to go over. On the other side of the fight, it's a wild growth here onto Taeyoon, forces him back. He gets taken out, but Diablo is just so incredibly low. King and actually getting that secure the kill really turned things around.
So showing up where it counts, we've got a Herald crash into this outer turret on the top side, and Nongshim getting even more plate gold there. Clear will show up. I don't know whether this tower is actually going to go down, because the knockup does come on through onto Sponge.
He has Gravitum, so it's kind of hard to do anything here.
Yeah. As all right, Raptor, a dredge line that doesn't even really help his mobility too much there, as we saw.
But when the flash is down, you are vulnerable. Speaking of vulnerable.
Yeah. Clear is just going to take a little bit of a tunnel out here, but Scout is going to be able to catch him. Doesn't hit the seismic shove, but it won't really matter. Taeyoon, he's got some red white guns and will be able to cut down Clear, as we can see. It does take a little bit of time, but they will get there in the end. Let's see whether BNK can actually make anything of this, and the answer is no, because the teleport from Kingen is going to come on through. Cloud Soul this game, the extra movement speed, you can imagine for Taeyoon's going to feel absolutely fantastic.
Kingen is just once again left in the side, pushing another wave through. There's no answer.
Is just kind of, speaking of no answer, not really with too much to do here as he's trying to get himself out. Redemption going to be helping him, but unfortunately, the Rock is just cut down. Now Clear on that angle, wants to get on top of Taeyoon where he can, but he takes the Blast Cone to get to safety. This should mean that BNK can grab themselves their second Drake of the game. Yeah. The Weaver's Wall does come on through here as now Nongshim with Kingen in that front line. He's very, very tanky. The BNK, they have the man advantage. Hook is going to connect onto Lehens, but he's now going to take the Nautilus for a walk. In goes Clear. There's the Wild Growth combo as Taeyoon's going to get dove on. He does get a shield. He's trying to take Taeyoon down, and he does manage to do it in the end, but he will actually be biting the dust himself. Kingen eating so much damage and will be able to survive. But Nongshim, they lose their AD carry. Sponge is making his way back, though, and BNK are not going to be able to do this Dragon.
I think he might have actually been able to get even more work done there. But ultimately, like you say, it is going to be the Dragon going over to Nongshim as a result of this scrappy skirmish.
Just yet. It's clear. Just getting out of the way of Kingen, who is 2-0-1 on this Sion. Man, like, he is just very scary.
He also, has spent a ton of extra time in the side lane, and with the quests, that adds up. He has a whole level advantage over Clear.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Sponge, though, in a lot of trouble. There's the depth charge connecting onto Lahans. Sponge, the onslaught is not quite going to work. The unstoppable force, I should say, is now Scout could be in a little bit of trouble as Vikla looking to chase him down. There's the unstoppable onslaught that I was talking about before, as Kingen is going to look for it, channels the cube, but Vikla stays golden for a very long time. There goes the Aphelios as well, as it's Diablo's turn to pop up in this game. He got past Kingen and was able to actually do damage. Kingen is still there, though. You have to be very careful, Diablo, but he's able to now run his way out. And finally, BNK going to get themselves to a gold advantage off the back of a skirmish. There's a Karma, and on the other side, there's a Lulu, and the wild growth adds to these fights so much.
Yeah.
It's unavoidable CC as, oh god, yeah, speaking of which, Taeun is just dead once again, and the Malphite is not really doing what it said it was supposed to when I read that this champion is broken. As Kingen, he has so much, level 16 Sion is just insanity. However, a lot of the damage is now gone. It's only really Scout that's doing too much. And BNK, they could rotate back towards the Baron if they would like to. It looks like that is not what they're into right now.
They want to get this turret first at least.
Yep.
And that's going to go down.
Oh, he's going to connect as well as Kingen once again trying to tank, but it's Scout that they want to take down first. Slurkle to try and stop him from getting out. Seismic Shove connects onto Diablo, but that's only going to actually gap close as he really does just want to kill Kingen.
It gives you a big ult, but it was hard to deal with the Sion. Now he has LDR. Now he can deal with the Sion. And Diablo is ready to fight.
Well, Weave as well going to try and break up this fight as there's a knock-up onto Taeun into the backline. Goes Vikla, breaks the chains there as well as Raptor looking to flash out of the way, and it's successful. Clear will be able to get into the backline as he looks for Taeun once again, but he's kiting as best he can. Diablo trying to stay alive as Sponge down so incredibly low. Kingen wants to be able to take him out, but the Arc of Ruin is so powerful, and Kingen is dead. Diablo's still alive. They do deal with the Rek'Sai as both top laners are now dead, and now Kingen, as the zombie version, still wanting to get some work done. Low health bars for both of these AD carries, and in fact, everyone on Nongshim is limping into this one, but it is a 4 versus 4, and Raptor is caught off onto the side. Slurkle comes through, Taeun trying to hit that moonshot, but will not quite be able to connect it. The charm! And down goes the Aphelios. It's a disaster for Nongshim. Look away, Korean viewers. Oh, the boo effect is happening real bad here at the end of this game, as now Diablo trying to run this one off, does manage to get shielded up, as Scout may have overextended the flash from Lahans. Diablo's missed. How is this guy still alive? He finds the cooldowns. They go everywhere else other than him, and Diablo is able to lock down his target. And now Vikla has another Spirit Rush, so he'll use that to take down Scout. My God, what a fight.
I mean, what a fight. Who says LCK is not a hands region? Watch those moments. Oh, but no one can hit him.
Well, now BNK once again on a flank angle, as you can see Clear looking for Taeun once more, just finds the ulti to dive on forward, but Vikla, he's the one caught out on the other side, but my God, the Aphelios just exploded. Diablo is doing so much damage now. Kingen is melting as Diablo, yep, I think he may have hit critical mass as he collects himself a triple kill. And this Yunara is, 13, 2, and 6. All right.
In the pocket and a pickaxe on top of it. That Baron is not going to last at all against this much firepower.
I just want to reiterate, congratulations to BNK for holding on to Diablo from 2025.
Yeah, I mean,
off on an angle, is spotted there by, I believe, a Scryer's Bloom. But they can back off to the Dragon immediately after this Baron as well. It's really good timing, actually. As, all right, Flash Unstoppable Force comes on in. There's the Wild Growth to try and keep Diablo alive, but it's not going to work. Vikla's dead as well. That's the combo that they've been looking for.
And, I mean, if you could take both carries out with a single 1-2 punch, you might be able to actually win the game. They're going to just push down mid with this massive wave, take these turrets out, and it's going to be 40 seconds till Vikla's back up, and that might have just been the 1-2 punch that brings Nongshim to the lead here. Now, 30 seconds left here.
Not. They can't just win off
They
this,
still have this wave. They do not have their ultimate, so if those respawns come through...
And it's crescendo. It does so much damage to these turrets.
They have to buy time somehow, some way. They don't have the Raptor ultimate. They have Clear.
I think now that there's 2 Nexus turrets to deal with, I don't think this is going to be enough. They should be able to get rid of the wave, but
just barely they defend.
Nongshim But BNK, they will be able to get themselves a soul point here, as Scout is going to be able to take down this outer turret towards the top side of the map. BNK do answer that with the Dragon. Somewhat even trade, and they still have about...
That was just a really unfortunate moment there, and a great proactive play from Sponge.
Well, there's another hook. It's going to connect as they're looking for the pick, and they will be able to find Lahens. Now the rest of Nongshim are going to turn up. This time Taeun is still alive, but man, the Orb of Deception is doing damage. The hook from downtown, the double knock-up, and Aphelios just explodes! What the heck was that? This time Diablo's alive, and he lets them know, as it is only Kingen left up, and he is walking the other direction, as now it's BNK's turn to try and end this game. And he's not going to be able to teleport out of that one. And there is going to be the ace. Yunara picks it up 16, 3 and 7 for Diablo. And when he doesn't get hit by a Malphite ult, they are probably going to win the game. Yeah. They're going to do exactly that right now.
Yeah, this time we will see the end. This time they're in the base, and BNK, there was the one big slip up, but otherwise they were able to outplay Nongshim in this one. Better team coordination with the pre-built synergy this roster already has from 2025. As you mentioned, keeping the identity of the dive alive. Well, you couldn't ask for more engage, but also functionally it peels incredibly well for an AD carry that's already so difficult to lock down, and it is Diablo on the Ezreal. Even though the Orion went over and we kind of were like, wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of power budgeted into Scout on a champ he's quite well known for.
This does do a bit of damage to Vikla. Scout very out of mana.
Yeah, that's
Raptor is rotating over.
And Raptor is prepped.
Oh, the chains connect! Sponge dives in, and Vikla is getting the heck out of there, but Scout has basically nothing to work with. It will be the kill followed up. A first blood goes over to Nongshim, and they'll have a bit of extra money for that. Wave. And so he is able to get back here.
Yeah, he is significantly down in CS, as you'd expect us. Here comes the ult.
Yeah, Orianna comes, so the Shockwave comes in from the Sylas, and now Scout's in so much trouble. Vikla looking for it, no flash, no chance. Solo bolo for Vikla in the mid lane.
Matchup where even though you have the range advantage, like Sylas just starts trading with you, he's got health.
Oh, Lahens just dead! Okay. Well, now Taeun's in a whole lot of trouble as well. Does still have flash up and available, but man, where did that cow go?
Been pushed in super hard, and then top lane needs no explanation. Kingen doesn't have money.
Oh, there's a slicing maelstrom here as Kingen doesn't have that ulti available. Ult comes through here from Raptor as well, looking for the flash stun, and he will be able to find it. Clear will have the follow-up as well, and finds the Qs from both of them, and Raptor's able to lock down that kill. There is the True Shot Barrage onto Lahens. No.
That was an E. That was not even a flash.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit dire.
And so there's just no in, like you say, and this is just going to be Dragon. It's a slightly late Dragon, to be sure, at 10 minutes here, but
oh no, he's
goes over.
Wave. Oh dear. Well, it's going to be difficult for Kingen. We've got 3 seconds on the Slicing Maelstrom as well. Clear is once again going to be dangerous.
This blind Renekton might be, when Kennen is up, might be something to avoid in the future. With it, you can get on top of the enemy AD carry, peel even against the... I mean, there's just so many things.
Oh, this time Chains of Corruption is going to land, and there is the Wombo combo. Taeun on the board.
Uh-oh, Clear.
Able to take one down. Okay, Clear is also in trouble. Does find the Slicing Maelstrom for a bit of a stun, and Kingen is able to wipe him out. Raptor's going to show up, but he's by himself.
Starting to hit pretty hard. Raptor is going to come up here and start up this Herald. As all those health bars were expended in that last fight, the flash is down for Scout. His ult is down. Raptor is just going to start this one up. Knows that he has a Kennen coming up here, who also has teleport now, by the way, with this role quest, of course. Really hit on that, but that is why you can take Ignite now. And even though he didn't get a kill with Ignite, like that extra pressure, the fact that that existed is a big part of why that CS advantage is there.
Yep.
Raptor does take the Herald. Doesn't feel like this is the big oomph moment. It's going to be about the CC more than anything else.
Well, Lahens gets that flash headbutt Pulv onto Kellen, but he's able to walk his way out of there. The Unbreakable Will is now going to be put together. Pop Blossom connects onto 3, but Kingen makes his way back into the back line, and Slicing Maelstrom from Clear, but he's under the turret. They do take 2 of them down, though, as Diablo is free hitting in this back line. Taeun's still alive, though. There is the stun from Raptor, but Scout has the turret and has his orb to help him out. 2 on the floor on both sides, but it looks like BNK have control of the map.
Yeah, BNK have the jungle, and their jungler has a Herald. Now this is going to be the Dragon to come over, but more will go over as Diablo. You got to be careful.
Oh dear, there's the Grand Star.
Maybe not.
Scout's just really dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forget Dragon. I might kill the champion first, then get the Dragon. as they're going to come over here and look for a punish, but I think this turret is just gone.
Yeah, Rift Herald's still there. Diablo looking a little worse for wear, though. Lahen's now without the ulti, but Diablo is very close to dead. Taeyeon just pushing him out. As now Kingen getting into that front line. Raptor wants to find it. Taeyeon, no! Oh, the overstep, and Kingen cannot help him there.
I mean, BNK were like, you know, we could just drop Herald and let it go. Or in live, by the way, it's more of a disaster.
Yeah, Clear is likely to die. There he is, just sort of sliced up. Pop Blossom is going to connect onto a few, but Raptor's also dead. Vikla now has the ulti from Lahen's and will be able to kill the cow with it. Now Sponge could be in trouble, but they still have a turret that's on its last legs here in this bottom lane.
And
Kingslayer to close the gap here onto Scout, finds the chains here as the Orianna's in trouble. Vikla doesn't have the ulti, but he's kind of feeling okay about it as Kellen's moving in. Does not manage to get that snare, but there is the shockwave to lock it down still. Sponge able to answer one back. Diablo moving down here towards his bottom side as the Warrior Trickster will get Sponge out of there. A 1-for-1, but the turret not long for the world, so a bit of extra money into BNK's pockets.
untouchable in this fight. No one can shut him down.
Yeah. And let's see whether he can find yet another one. May not be able to get another Unbreakable Will, but we'll just have to see as the Cloud Drake does go over to Nongshim. It's going to be one apiece. Chemtech Soul in this game.
Once she hits 2 items, a bigger threat, so BNK need to be measured with their aggression, but can continue the aggression.
Yeah, this is not looking too measured as the Cyclone does come through. Shockwave there as well. Decent combo as a Pop Blossom. He's going to get headbutted away. Now Kingen looking to get into that backline as this Raptor that's his first target, and down will go the Pantheon. Taeyeon trying to make his way in as Diablo's just going to say no to that. Finds the Mystic shots, and meanwhile on this top side, it's Vikla that's popping off. Can the Arcane Shift come back off cooldown? That's the question, as Taeyeon will be able to stop Diablo from pushing forward. Scout on his last legs, but Kingen looking so strong in this game.
And he's like, I'm not even going to go with my team. I'm going to chase Taeyeon out. I think if he just goes up here, they do a lot more.
By the way, Taeyeon are in position. They get a control ward over. Let's see whether Sponge can actually get into the pit as Vikla finds the Unbreakable Will. Sponge does have the Cyclone. Pop Blossom comes on through, but it is a very dead Kellen to start this one off. Raptor locks down the Baron, but can they keep themselves alive? As Clear with the Slicing Maelstrom, they're able to take down the Varus as Vikla gets into that backline. Can anyone do damage to this Silas? What the hell are you doing, Vikla? This is ridiculous. Tanks up the Shockwave and gets the chains to get himself out. A Vikla POM in my 2026 Wolf.
I mean, I've already got it locked in because this guy also saved the game so many times on Ahri. Yes, Diablo is popping off, and yes, he got 13 kills on Yanara in game 1, is having an incredible Ezreal game. But for me, this game has been all Vikla all the time. And the second game, where he just runs at Taeyeon amongst 3 people and just murders them all and then walks out casually, is, yeah, I think it's enough for me to say, yeah.
That's going to be enough. We'll see whether BNK can actually win Worlds, but I think that maybe it's too early to tell. As in goes Lahen's, finds the Pulverize. Chains of Corruption does go wide though, and now Kellen off the bus and straight into that backline to look for the Pop Blossom, and they'll wipe out 2 of them before this fight has even really started. Kingen gets melted as Vikla doesn't get the chains, as there is a Grand Starfall as Raptor flashes forward. Scout not long for the world, and Taeyeon this time around is going to be saved till last by BNK as the chains connect, and the cleanse ain't enough for him. A double kill for Vikla, and they will now put an end to this game.
Yeah, Vikla was like, guys, keep up. Raptor, why haven't you ulted yet? Get in the space. Go in between the turrets. I am going to maul them. And down they fall. Nongshim looking out of sorts in this one.
And BNK looking amazing.
The dive, the setups, the coordination, unreal. The drafting as well. Pretty unique here as one last ceremony for Vikla, as I think he, even though Diablo had an incredible series.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.